Here's some cookies. Because this is the third time that I'm taping this. But hello. And welcome. I'm having a tea. Soothing, warm tea. In this, let me just get closer. In this cold November weather. Because I am living in northern Germany, and right now we have November, and that means it's about to be winter. This is my birthday month. My birthday was in the beginning of November. Yeah, I'm 27, and my name is Marlene. Welcome to this podcast. It's knitting podcast, and my name is Nomade Knitter, written in the Danish way, so it's Nomade Knitter. Because I am originally, well, I guess one part of me is Danish and one part of me is a bit German, and from the Danish minority in Germany. So that's kind of complicated to say, but I've lived long in the same length in both countries, in Denmark and Germany. And yeah, welcome to this first video ever. Well, I recorded this now 2 times before that, but let's not get too much into that because I'm ready. This is going to be so much fun. I love to talk about knitting. I can talk about it forever. I have since 2018 is where I really got into knitting. I learned it also as a kid, but never really got into it. So I just learned it and knit maybe a little scarf or something. But in 2018, that's when I wanted to recreate a sweater that I had in my wardrobe, one of my grandpa's. Sadly, I lost that one, but I recreated it with different yarn. It was totally different, but it was just inspired of this shape, the squared shape. And that sweater was my first sweater ever. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with what I'm wearing. And don't bother the microphone. It makes a good sound, but it looks weird. I'm gonna get another one at some point that's on the camera that's just gonna absorb the sound like that instead of from here, so you can't see it. Prefer those. I'm wearing this top. It's called Camisole number 4. By my favorite knitwear. Favorite Things Knitwear, that's her name, I think. I always forget it. I'm gonna put it somewhere in the description or something. And I really love it. I made it. Wait. I knitted this. Let me show you the back. Yeah, that's the bag. I knitted this using this sock yarn from Isager yarn. Danish yarn brand. And it's just a sock yarn. It's 40% easy wash alpaca and 40% merino and 20% recycled nylon. That's really thorough and good for socks. And I mean, it's also good for a garment because it has this nylon in, so it's very durable, but it's too warm because it has alpaca and merino. It's just too warm to wear as a garment, especially as a summer garment because it's a top, but I don't want to wear it in summer because I'm super sweating. I remember wearing it in summer and it's just really scratchy too and not a nice thing to wear, so it's my winter top. I wear it over a long sleeved or a t-shirt. And I mean, it's perfect for actually where I live, because this is the northern hemisphere, and it's like we mostly have winters and cold weather. I mean, even in spring it's sometimes cold, but spring and summer can also be very warm and really nice, and times to be barefoot and wear tops. I do that a lot, definitely, but most of the time it's cold, so these tops are actually great. Then I already have a woolen, I don't need a woolen underwear or something, I just have this one already on, so that's pretty nice. But that's what I'm wearing, and I'm gonna knit another one definitely in some kind of cotton merino blend, something like that. That's soft to have on your skin, but also not too warm. I am today going to show you, first off, my finished objects. I think I'm not gonna have one way to always do these podcasts. I'm just gonna go with the flow and see how it goes. So today I'm just gonna show you finished objects first. This hair, annoying. I have this nice scarf that I've made, and it's very long. Like the pattern calls for a scarf that goes 2 times around the neck, but mine goes 3 times around the neck. So I just put it on like this. And this, alright, actually I turn it. And it's the Sophiescarf by Petit Knit. You're gonna see a lot of Petit Knit's pattern today, because I love the patterns. They're easy and they're made in Danish, so they are directly in my language that I speak the most, and I just love them. I want to also show you more patterns from smaller brands, smaller makers, more in the future. But right now I'm having a Petit Knit phase. Yes, this is a scarf. It's made with, I have it, wait a second. Just so typical. I had it all. So typical. I had it all planned. Everything was laying around. It was like, but maybe it was too organized and it needed to be more chaotic. So that's why my videos didn't work. So now I'm trying again. And my camera only films up to a half an hour. So when it's half an hour, I have to stop. And I think I filmed longer than that. So that is that to learn from. This is the brand, Lang Yarn, come on, Lang Yarn's Cashmere Premium 100% Cashmere. This is in green, and that's the red one from the same brand that I bought in Denmark, in Aabenraa, at a shop called Knit Happens. It's my absolute favorite knit shop so far, because I haven't seen many actually, but from what I have seen, and I have seen a few, Knit Happens is the best. It's the best shop I've seen, and I love being there. I love to sit and knit, and I love Maj-Britt, the owner. She's amazing, so I can only recommend you, if you're close, go by and meet her and have a coffee or a chai and buy some yarn. She has a lot of alternatives for this yarn, for this pattern. So that's because it's so in at the moment to make scarves. So she has a lot of good yarns to make scarves with. Yeah, as the pattern said, only to wrap around 2 times, but I made it with 2 of these yarn balls, yarn skeins, so that I didn't have any left over, because I thought I might as well use it up. And that's not what I'm not gonna do the same with the next. I'm making another one in this color. I'm gonna show you in a while, and then there I will make it the length that she says 2 times, because this is a little bit too long sometimes. But it's good to have both, right? First finished object, second finished object. Oh yeah, and the scarf is just so easy and so fun to knit on. I love it. I am also working on a shawl at the moment for a friend, and it's just super easy. Yeah. And this is the next WIP, work in progress. No, finished object, sorry. Socks. My first pair of socks ever. I wanted to do that for a long time, but I was always too afraid to start because I thought it's gonna be too hard. And I can see they already look a lot used, because I did use them a lot. And I did block them. It's just a double rib, German short row heel, I think. It was really fun. It was really fun. I was really addicted. I think I started on, and I was working on it for a long time. And then one weekend I finished both of them. I just finished. It was fun. And it's some yarn that I bought in a big shop in Denmark. Yeah, sock yarn. So it has some acrylic and some wool. And that's the Sundaysocks by Petit Knit. I mean, you can find free patterns as well. I don't know. I just thought that was really appealing. But I mean, you can find, they are for free also, many places. I'm gonna start with the sweaters. So this is a sweater, Sunday sweater. It looks like a sunshine. I love this. It was so easy and so fun to knit on. I have seen this sweater on many people, and I was always also wanted to make it for me. So my camera decided to ruin the footage that I did yesterday and the day before that. So this is now third time filming. I mean, life is not supposed to be easy, I guess, and it was not supposed to be that easy for me to just film it and edit it and post it. So life is giving me a little challenge there. Thank you. Didn't think I needed it, but I had to learn. So I'm learning and I'm continuing. So let's not get more into that. Well, that was pretty. But now I'm good and I'm with a new energy and I'm ready to continue the podcast, and I'm going with the flow. So as I said with this sweater, that it's super fun, super easy to knit on, and I'm probably gonna make another one in a more neutral color, because this one is a little woo. I mostly just wear it at home. It's my home sweater, wear at home. So I think I said already enough about it. Sunday sweater with drops yarn, Nepal, and drops silk kit mohair, or silk kit silk mohair. Yes, from my stash. I had previously made a big scarf with it and a hoodie, but I was never using it. I'd never used these huge scarves. I just used the small ones that I show you, and maybe I'm gonna make a shawl, but not this huge. So I opened it up and I had it rolled up as a cake in my stash, and I was like, it was so much. I thought I could make a sweater with it. And then I stumbled upon this pattern and I got it and I made one. So that's the story there. And as I said, I'm gonna make another one because it was just so easy. It was one evening podcast, audiobook. I was listening. Did I say it already? I was listening to my other half, the Vanishing Half. Really great book. I was listening to that one evening, and I just think I made the sweater until here, split till the arms, and then 2 more evenings. Something was really fast because it was on needle 5.5 or even 7. I think even 6 and 7. So it was super quick. Sorry, my top is just microphone. I'm gonna get another one on top of the camera that is just gonna take the sound without having one on your body. This is the next finished object. Huge. And I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna insert a video of me wearing it. So This is the weekend V-neck slipover, or weekend slipover V-neck. As you can see, it has this beautiful V-neck with this row of stitches in the middle that I think is so beautiful. And that was so fun. It was so fun, and I really enjoyed the process of learning to do that because it was so much more easy than I thought. That is how it mostly is for me with knitting techniques that are new, that I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so hard. So I had this done almost, except for all the ribbing in the middle and around the arms. And it was laying around in my basket, and I was like, I don't know, it's gonna be too complicated. But my neighbor gave me a tip how to, that is just simple. She said to me, it's not that hard. And at some point I got started, and I was amazed how easy it was, because it has only also in the under the arm this V. Super pretty. I love it. It's huge and boxy, and I feel comfortable. I like that it's not showing all my curves. I can just like hide in it in a nice way. Sometimes you just need to hide away and be in oversized clothes. That's what I like that. But still, I can stick it into my pants and then get some more high waist, more feminine look into it too. So that's great. You can wear it over a tight long sleeve, or a t-shirt, or over a shirt with colors, and so that's pretty nice. That is still a basic color, but that you can still wear it with colors, but also with white and black. I bought a white and black t-shirts because, yeah, it's pretty simple and easy then to wear with just pants. Yeah, and I really needed a vest. I have one that is beige. I'm gonna show you that in a winter wardrobe video. And I have that beige, and I wear it so much, and it's so, you can see that it's so much used because I just wear it so much, and I want to give it a break, and I just want another color. And I am gonna make more. There is one, what's it called? Sandkorn vest. It's pretty, it has cables, and I've never knitted cables, but a friend of mine, her mom, she's super talented too, and she's gonna show me how, hopefully, or I will try with YouTube videos. But that's also gonna be a vest that I would like to have it more, because all the things I have are very simple. I haven't been jumping into these patterns, but I'm also gonna try the Ingrid sweater from Petit Knit. I'm gonna try it too, because that's only right and left. No, that's the German way of saying it. It only has knit and purl stitches, so you just use them to create the pattern, and not with cable or twist or anything. So I think that's my kind of niveau. I will try it, and I guess if you jump into it, it's really easy. And then I'm gonna show you No, we're still with finished objects. I was gonna jump into the next category. I have the next one. I really love it. It is the most beautiful sweater I've made so far, and I wear it every day since I finished it this Monday. Today is Saturday, and this sweater is the Mondaysweater. And as you can see, I used it, and it's not blocked yet. When it's gonna be blocked, it doesn't have these lines here anymore. It's gonna flatten out. And it has a rolled down neck, raglan stitches, so it's knitted top down, and it has pretty normal sleeves, but with a really wide band here, rib band, and it has Italian bind. It's like Italian bind off, so it's stretchy. I just realized I didn't tell you the yarn from the other one. I'm gonna do that in a while when I finish this. And then in the bottom also, it has a wide bottom band, and I made it a little bit more short than she has she doesn't make it, it's not that long in the pattern, but I chose to make it a little bit shorter, to make it more cropped. Goes really well with my jogging pants, but also with all my other pants. I have two pants. Yeah, and just with skirts and dresses it will work. I don't wear that much, but I want to. So this would work with it. And it has this beautiful color. I don't know if you can see it. It's always hard to show the right. I think it looks darker in real life than on camera. I can show you the yarn I used. And the pattern is the Mondaysweater by Petit Knit. As I said, probably I have a Petit Knit phase at the moment. It's gonna pause for at some point, and then I'm gonna go more into some smaller creators patterns, like use them more, support the new creators. So these are the two. Come on. So it's this green one and the dark one mixed together. This is thin silk mohair, means thin silk mohair. And the Sunday, it's merino, 100% merino. For a needle size 3, at 50 grams is 235 meters on the merino, and the silk one has 25 grams and 212 meters. Together they make this. Oh, it's so, I love it so much. Because I always have a lot of beige and black. And I finally wanted a color, and it was really hard to choose on a color. But I dared to choose. Yes. Let me see if we are good on time. So we can, oh, the yarn. The yarn for this one that I didn't say, it's Mama yarn from Denmark. I have these cakes left. I bought 4 of these, and I have these 2 left. A little less than one. A little less than a whole. So this is 1 and maybe half. More than half. And this is the brand Mama. This is just another color from the same brand. Come on. So they are 100% sustainable, 100% for the animal rights, and 100% locally made. So this is made in Denmark. As I said, this is a mom and I think her daughter, and they get this wool, raw wool, that is supposed to be that this man or the people used to throw out. So she's now collecting it from different people, and it also says, that's the cool thing, it says here by Henrik in Hesselager, and then it says the 3 kind of animals, sheep. I just don't know those names in English, so I'm not gonna say them. But that's pretty cool. And so she gets this wool and she makes it into yarn. She spins it and washes it and cards it this way, where you comb with the comb all the yarn in the same way before you spin it. Don't know the name. So Mama yarn and wool. I think it's so sweet. And this is the same, just a thicker one. This is thinner. So, but I'm thinking of making kind of a sweater with these together. And some more, because it's not enough. But maybe mixed with some other things from my stash. A little bit like Martina from We Grow Wild. She has a sweater. She's working on one with a lot of wools that she really loves. So I think I could also use something like this. It's also a new one that I bought. Susleril. So we almost got it this time. I almost did it, right? In one video. Disappeared. Well, what can it do? I guess it's just there's not room on the SD card for that many videos, even though it's a big SD card. It should be. I'm not gonna complain. Just gonna take this as it is. Take it as a challenge. Start over and maybe even say the things even better then. Well, we just finished with the finished objects. and maybe I did start show you, but I'm going to show you the whips, the work in progress. Because I started a lot of small things between making all the big sweaters and vests that I was doing. So there's quite a few of these small ones. Wait, this one is a little bit crazy. So that is yeah, and I just saw that I said the wrong name to this knit, so that's good. I can say it right this time. This is the everyday bra that I'm making by Naked Knit, two Danish women make this, have made this brand, built this brand together. It's really beautiful. This yarn is special. So it's a very thin project on very thin needles. This yarn is a really special yarn. I ordered it from Denmark because I'm not living in Denmark, so I had to order it. Ladybug yarn. I think it's really nice. Her logo and everything. I love it when people have nice logos. I'm like really happy for them because I find it really hard, the imagination, to have your own logo. It must be such a relief and so nice to then when you have it, know this is my logo and this is, yeah, her brand. I think it's so cool. And this is the yarn ball. I have this amount, but this one, it's like, it has these purple and orange speckles of color and this beige. Really love it. Really love it. So that is the second time I start on this bra. I started already, and it was just way too big how I made it because I didn't make a swatch, and I almost never swatch. I think I never swatched. Like I did it for the Mondaysweater and sometimes for some tops. But this one I didn't do. So that's how I learned. I had to open all up because I had started and it was already really good. But I guess that's how it is when you're not too thorough. And then I have another top on the making. It's this yarn. It's a bamboo and viscose yarn from Hobbii yarn. It's this twisted rib in the bottom and then the third 3 double rib, 3x3 ribbing all the way up. It's going to be from the bottom and all the way up to the chest. And then up here it splits. And it looks so funny when you make it. It's a little, she also describes it herself. It's by Jessie Made Design. Beautiful, beautiful designer, American designer, and she's so cool. I really like her and I really want to make more things with her patterns because they are so detailed written. They are so easy to follow. There's some things that I learned new that was really hard for me to understand in the beginning, but when I learned them and when I did it again and again and again, it was so good. This is the pattern I've made a lot of times. If you know We Grow Wild, Martina from We Grow Wild, she also makes this. I can really, if you haven't seen her, watch her channel yet, I can only recommend you to go there and check them out. She makes also podcasts, but many more cool things like wood carving and foraging, and she's making a lot of homemade things. It's amazing. Go check her out. I really hope to meet her one day in real life and knit together. I think we would have a lot of fun. Yeah, so the Ribble Bralette, I'm gonna make it many more times. I have already made it a lot of times. It's a beautiful pattern. And then there's this little tiny one. Just checking if my microphone is all right. This is a tiny sweater for a baby. Not my baby, a baby in the family. In my knitting career, I have never made a sweater for my for my nephews and nieces or any other baby in the family, because they weren't babies, they're children. So now there's a new baby, and I love to knit sweaters for babies because it's quick, and yeah, the parents always get really happy. I knitted every time my friends got babies. They always got one of these, and they wear them still, the babies, and they always show me, and some really nice sweaters because I always use some different colors. I think that was fun. This is the Ankerstrøje by Petit Knit, just one of a kind. Second last, and the last one is in this beautiful wooden ball. I bought it on the flea market, and it's, as you can see here on the edges, it was always a knitting ball. I think because this this glaze is kind of slipping off with all the yarn that rolled over the edges over the years. And I have inside some yarn that I'm making a hat with, like a normal beanie, just my own pattern. And I'm gonna put some color work in there. I'm gonna practice. I really want to practice to use more colors. I have made a sweater with a color work, but that's it. So I'm gonna practice with this, and I'm also gonna practice with some socks. Because I know how to do it, I just need the practice of this, because you have to keep the yarn in the bag, you know, and that doesn't get too tight, and it's just a little bit hard, I think. But once you've learned it and once it's easier, I think I'm gonna be more, yeah, I'm gonna make more things. I'm gonna make a big sweater with a lot of colors. And this is a yarn for the hat. This is hand spun by my grandpa when he was still alive. He is a big inspiration to me, and he is also, I think, a huge part of me and my crafting. I think that we would have a lot of things in common. Like he did a lot of weaving, not a lot, but he did weaving, but he was more into painting porcelain and felting with needle felting. But he also did his own yarn, and he knitted a lot with tiny needles, tiny dolls and puppets and cute little figures and animals, and he did everything. I think he did everything that you could do with your hands, especially painting and drawing and writing songs, and yeah, and he lived where my grandma still lives, my lovely grandma. She is the amazing woman, and she still lives that house they had, and in front of her house walks these sheep, and they were probably those sheep that my grandpa got the yarn from, the wool from. I mean, not those sheep, but maybe some other sheep. I think that's amazing. Frisian wool. So that's the yarn, and I'm pairing it with the silk just to keep it steady and tight. And you're gonna see in the next podcast, hopefully, if I did start with the colors. I'm gonna tell you about those yarns. This is amazing. I think this is just such a pretty yarn ball. Last but not least is my cardigan, because I've wanted a cardigan for a while and I kept starting on other things, and I was like, why do I start on other things when I know I want a cardigan and I need a cardigan in my wardrobe? And it's like when I go to secondhand shops, I would never buy a sweater anymore. So sometimes I've seen some and I was like, I should buy it. But I never do, because I want my own. It feels silly to buy one when you can make it for more money. I love that. Well, it's made by me, and it's... So, this is the cardigan. It's knitted top down. It's a Collettt jacket by Vitre Design. Ida is her name. She's from Norway. It's from her book All the Year Round. I don't know what you call it. Eller Årstiderne, I think it's in Danish, but I don't know anymore. I borrowed the book from the library, and it has raglan sleeves, and I'm almost about to split into arms, to put the arms on hold. And this fabric, this texture happens because I used these two This is alpaca, suri alpaca and silk and some merino. And this is only alpaca from drops. And this is from a local yarn shop. Very great. Oh, look at that, sunshine. I think I will get out, go to a cafe and have a coffee, a decaf. I mostly drink decaf coffee because I get so stressed. The other day I had a coffee to just try it again, like I can have a coffee. And my body is stressed. It's not like my head is stressed, it's my body, my heart is, it feels like it's pumping the double speed. So mostly I don't drink coffee, but I love it, I love the taste. I have one thing to share still before I say goodbye. It's a friend of mine, he just brought this box because I am gonna knit him a sweater. Some yellow and green. This yellow is called Croissant and the green is called Into the Forest. And this one is coffee bean brown. The green and the yellow is going to be an Ankerstrøje sweater. And the brown is going to be a scarf. Sophiescarf. It's a Sophiescarf, but I just converted it a little bit into the Sophie shawl by myself without the pattern. I asked a friend also, but that's the one. And this is the situation over here. I have all this basket here. I have all my yarn and all my projects and all other things over there. The chaos. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry for all the, well, you don't realize probably, but the interruption. And I had to start over one time or two times. Thank you so much for watching my channel and my video. I hope you will come back soon. Hope you will follow me, subscribe, that's what it's called, and give me a like, thumbs up, so that I know that you liked it and I can make more. And I have also an Instagram account. It's connected to my YouTube channel, also called NOMADE KNITTER. So go and follow me there for more everyday content and small knitting, random in between knitting, and the YouTube is going to be more detailed. But stay tuned and follow me. I can't wait. It's going to be a beautiful journey with you. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.